Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade
Shade
in the
in the
City.
City.
I am your girl, Treese.
It's Nellz.
And today we are here to get into our review of The Life That Comes After the Lockup, Season 5, Episode 22, Fighting Chance. And I was right. It was the finale. So, you know, love being right. Toot toot. Beep, beep. But yeah, guys, so we want to thank you for being here, all of our Shade Squad and all of our new viewers. If you haven't already, please make sure that you've hit that like button.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's jump right into it. It was a cute little good finale. Some people we didn't even get to see, but hey, better
They
for
still
me.
gave us an update. I thought,
Right. At least you made it one-liners. I ain't mad at it. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's get shady.
Oh, we both got.
All right, so we get into Joy and Red. We finally see
Your
Joy.
faves.
You know what Joy did? She did us.
She stood on business. I can't be mad about it.
I'm really proud of Joy. She, was breaking down in tears when we last saw her when she learned that Red cheated on her, which we all already knew. He apologizes and said that he's sorry and, he's been effed up his whole life. But Joy wants to know, who it was. He tells her it was Julie, and she asked if this was one of the women he had.
Can I say one thing though?
What?
One thing I do have to respect about Red is when he tells the truth, he tells the whole truth.
Yeah. Oh, him and Chance.
Chance don't tell the whole truth. No, he don't. Not at all.
Some of them true.
When
If I was
Red
Chance, I would have kept to myself.
When Red tells the truth, he tells the whole, even if you don't ask the question.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay.
Well, look at her giving Red props. So then, basically Joy asked, why she lied to him, why he lied to her. And basically was like, were you doing this purposely to get revenge? And he denies that that's not what it is. But he admits that he smashed the girl, he didn't use protection. And so she's like, you need to call and make sure she's not knocked up. And he's like, nah, we good. We don't even talk like that.
He said she don't want me no more. Look, out of everything, I think that would have pissed me off the most.
Right. And so she's like, oh, so basically you're just here because she don't want you.
Exactly.
So basically Joy just doesn't know, if she wants to keep doing this with Red. And basically Red is like, just give me another chance, baby, please. And she tells Red that he needs to go get a hotel for the night. I said, okay, Joy. And then, basically Red leaves and she's, all emotional. I get it, girl. And then, Red says he's feeling like he's losing his family. Then Joy is trying to get rid of Red from her home. And we see her with her sisters. And she says she's ready to move on, like Maya, okay? She's moving on, all right? And her sister says Red chose to forgive her when she cheated. So when she asked Sway if it was going to be cool, just the two of them again, and Sway seemed happy, so she's a bit relieved. We see Red calling around trying to find a job. The person on the phone asked him what he's been doing, and he says he's been at the Department of Corrections. I'm sorry, I thought this was so funny. And then they're like, you mean you work there? And he was like, nah, I just got out. And they were like, oh,
I was on cell block 6.
Right. And so she's like, well, honestly, sounds like a great story, but I know my husband's gonna decline. So,
So it's a no for me.
Look,
stay out of prison.
Stay out of jail. So Red says,
oh goodness.
Red says he realizes that he won't be in Sway's life. He's now missing Joy and realizes that he took her for granted. She then writes him a thank you note for wasting their time and says that that's her closure. She
sent with his stuff. And first of all, I don't spend enough money, enough energy. I'm not even paying
no postage.
I ain't paying no postage to send you nothing. Guess what? If you don't come get it, you don't send somebody for it, it's going out with the trash.
Well, she swears that she won't date another inmate and, knows that she will not settle for anything next time.
I know my worth. And I'm going to stick it out till the right one come along out there.
I don't know how much I believe her though. I feel like, because didn't a friend pass her on because she was talking to another friend, like she was a homie inmate hopper
Oh,
kind
you
of?
mean you don't believe that she's going to not talk to an inmate?
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know.
I'm just glad she left Red's ass. Let's
Well,
look,
yeah.
baby steps, girl, baby steps.
Then we see Red get a phone call from some girl trying to link up with him. He says that they're seeing each other. My notes say it's been 3 days.
Oh yeah, at that point, yeah, it was 3 days. But
It's been 3 days.
but then even later, I don't know if it was the
Right.
same chick.
So Joy hasn't spoken to him. Well, we end the show with her not speaking to Red in 2 months, and she's still single, and Red still hasn't found
It's
a
still
job. And
jobless
he out here dating. I said, ain't that sorry?
for both of them. Cause she clearly don't want nothing because he ain't got nothing.
Right. Thank God Joy just got enough sense not to take it back. And now we get into Nellz's
It was
face.
a proud moment. It was a proud moment. Yes, now on to Tayler and Chance.
He talked too much for me.
He never shut up.
Yeah, no, it's really bad. Like, I just was like, stop. Okay, you've said enough. Okay, you're still going. And then half the time it wasn't even him and about his truths. It's him and his, oh, but I loved you so much, and this is your last chance. This is your last chance. I said, Chance, if you don't get out of my face.
To get that community pin, boy, bye. If you don't get out of my face with this mess.
Right.
I don't need no more chances. I'm glad, Chance, that you let me know that you'll stick it in anything. Okay. So Chance is headed to meet Tayler, and decided he wants to come clean about everything. And if she doesn't accept it, then he is gone for good. Gone with the wind. And I'm glad he is. He feels that she doesn't understand how much it hurts him as well, because when he hurts her, it hurts him. While Taylor's at the house, going through some old mementos, throwing them things away and changing the locks. They are in two different places, okay? Now, Tayler got there to meet up with Chance. She said she didn't realize, how much the weather had dropped, so he offered her jacket, and while he was putting it on her, this man then stole a hug, and she just looked grossed out, like, get your little greasy little paws up off of me, sir. What's wrong with you?
Right.
Now, she made it clear she was just there to find out the things that he had done wrong to her. Now, before that happened, though, they started getting into an argument about all the lies he told. And when he met up with the girl at the bar, that was just my friend. She was like, okay, but if it was just your friend, I would have knew it was your friend, and I wouldn't have felt no way about it because you would have told me. Like you see how that worked, okay? Now finally, after going back and forth, he said, basically, this is only gonna make us hate each other, okay? And he was ready to basically come clean about everything that he did wrong. And he said, you know what? I cheated. I cheated on you. But we got that much.
Several times.
We got that much, okay? He basically explained that there was a time that he was at a bar and a woman was being compassionate to him. And he said he cheated. He said he bent the girl over thinking it was Tayler, and it was revenge sex. The graphics though, I mean I was just like, what? So he said
that would have got him killed with me.
Then he said that he cheated with about 5 women and 1 man. But then he tried to renege on the man. It was a drunken stupor. He didn't really know what was going on, and he wasn't penetrated. Sir,
It's not looking good. It's not looking good, Chance.
He said there's millions of people in the world.
Unless that's what you like.
And
there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you like.
And that's what he said.
Be honest about it.
That's what he said. He said there's millions of people in the world that's gay. Right. So if I was, there wouldn't be no problem to say it.
Well, I think you should, or at least come out and say you back.
If that was the case, there wouldn't be people in the closet, sir. Some people feel like there's something wrong with admitting their truth, okay? Then he had the nerve to catch an attitude, talking about you're not gonna grind me down. And basically, if she doesn't accept his apology, then he's gone forever. And she needs to make the right choice. She basically told him to F off. Okay, she said she's done and she needs to work on her healing. Right. I said stand on business. This episode was about standing on business, boy. It was about standing on business. Now, update, Chance and Tayler are still not together. He was arrested for tampering with the motor vehicle, but was released on bail. You know, I believe in a small thing called karma. So
Let's see if he can stay out. So we get into Britney and Kerok. Kerok is upset that Britney, called out of work. Britney says that, she misses her family and
I'm depressed.
right, I'm depressed. And she needed a minute. She mentions her grandma saying something about them moving to New York, which we remember in the last episode we saw them. And Kerok says that it's a hard no for him. And so then, they get into this squabble, but he's trying to explain he wants to be close to his family. He just got out. Brittany tells him she done stayed with his family ever since she been out, and they've been with them for a year. And she argues that, basically everything that he's done for her, she can throw back and say she's done for him. So why can't he or act? Yeah. And he's like, well, we just went to visit Dan. And she's like, at least think about it in a couple years. And he's just like, well, I ain't trying to talk about it right now. And then, they get over it because that's what they do. But and then she calls her grandmother, and of course, the grandma wants to know when they're coming. And so Kirok tells her they'll think about it. And Brittany,
the grandma was funny as hell. Like, she reminds me of a real Spanish grandmother. She's like, I'm just sitting here with my ass out.
that's terrible. But it was. I was like, Grandma, what are you doing?
That's how they be. That's how they be.
So Kirok says, that they'll be thinking about it. And Brittany basically just tells him they need to be able to split the time. And, he agrees. So then we see them getting baptized, take me to the water. Take me to the water.
I can't do
Be baptized. And so that's what they did, right? And they're hoping this will wash away their, terrible checkered past and they can move forward in the name of the Lord. All right, Brittany calls her grandma to tell her about the baptism. Her grandmother questions if she gonna be acting like her mama now and be like a crazy nutty Christian, basically. And Brittany assures her that she's not going to be anything like her mother. She's just believing and receiving the blessings of the Lord. So then they're met by Kirok's friends down at the water. And I said,
I'm glad you brought this up because I did not put it in my notes, but I was thinking it while I was watching the show. Why he got so many friends there, but the stalker friend ain't there? Ain't nowhere to be found, but that's the bestie. That's the best friend. That's the one following Brittany around. We ain't heard nothing about that boy. We don't even know if he came to see Kerok when Kerok got out. Where the hell he at? Where he go? Where he go?
Well, maybe he ain't there because demons don't do good around stuff like that. So they are met by
Jeez, you call him a demon, goodness. Look, Trace, allegedly.
Look, if I, God forbid, ever venture to hell, I have a feeling a lot of them are gonna look like EB. So they hope that, again, they're gonna wash all the traumas away. And so Brittany is still hopeful. We ended with Brittany still being hopeful that her parents are, gonna come around and meeting Kirok, and they plan to get married this year.
All right. So next up is Louie and Melissa. We basically pick up where we left off, where she's about to reveal her nose to him. Now she showed Louie, and he said that he loved it. She doesn't. I don't really too much either. I ain't see too much of a difference. Other than the fact that
I guess maybe because it's harder and it's still healing, it looks actually pointier to me now.
Is my thing blurry a little bit?
It's a little fuzzy.
Right? Get it together.
It's a little better now.
Okay. Look, I guess that's the best I'm gonna get. Okay. Now, yes, apparently she is still healing. She's swollen, and I guess they expect it to look better in the future. Now she did apologize, which she should have, okay, for being a complete
butthole. Right.
Okay. And basically thanked him for taking care of her, because that's exactly what the hell he did. He sucked it up, because I wouldn't have. Call me when you feel better, boo, because I can't deal with this. This is verbal abuse. I can't do it. Now he said, basically, that's what we do for each other, okay? And told her, that he had something for her. She getting all excited. She like,
I know, right?
what? What you got for me? She like, what does a boyfriend pull out for his girlfriend when he go reach her for something?
A message in a bottle.
That's genie in a bottle.
Oh, baby.
Cause that boy ain't got no money to buy you no ring. What was you thinking? You think he was gonna pull a rag, buy you a
The
$6
heart
ring?
was there. The heart was there, though. The heart was in the bottle.
I'm just confused as what she was really actually expecting. I mean, we know he ain't trying to go back to jail. So, girl, what you think he was gonna bring? But yes, it was a message in a bottle, and basically, you know, it's just
He just
it's the
professed
message.
his love to her.
Yeah, basically, that's exactly what I said. Now he said this is close as you gonna get to me putting a ring on your finger right now. I said, she gotta know. She gotta know. Okay. Now he knows that she's not gonna settle for anything cheap, and he feels like she's worth more than that anyway. So he wants to do better. Then she flings on him that I got the fake nose and fake teeth, and I need the fake boobs now because I can't be in no wedding dress without no fake boobs. I gotta have some boobs. He like, listen, girl, you doing too much. All right. I think you look great just the way you are. All right. And I mean, he got her to shut up right now, but I don't think that's gonna last long. So then she wants to know how long she has to hold out for. He tells her about six. I'm sorry, he tells her a year. She said, yeah, that's not what we doing. So I should have my ring in about 6 months. Okay, get my boobs done around that same time, and then be married in a year. That's our plan. That's the plan we got.
Well, they said they're trying to save up. Kudos.
Mhm.
Working at a pizzeria. I ain't mad at him.
That means that he won't be paying no bills. He's just going to be saving all towards the ring.
Possible.
So, update: Melissa's nose is healing, and she loves her new look. Louie is still working at the pizzeria, and yeah, saving for the engagement ring. Maybe he's a manager or something. Maybe he could be a manager. Make a little something, something.
Funny. Well, then we get into Lindsey and Blaine. Now we left them with Lindsey and Blaine fighting and being in an argument. He's accused her of cheating with some other man.
Some married man.
A married man.
You left me for a married man.
No, in the good words of Nene, close your legs to married men, Lindsey, allegedly. So then Lindsey says it's a lie. It's all a lie.
She was young. She didn't know no better.
You stupid. He tells her it's time for some truth and asks her why he's been around, and then questions how he knows who she is. And Blaine said he thought Lindsey was the person for him, but she's a con artist. And then Lindsey tells him to get on, and and he heads out on his new ATV. I thought that was so hilarious. He couldn't even leave in the truck.
That was his good $800 worth, I guess. He got his.
So I imagine the truck was hers.
I think so. Yeah, because I remember one time they were arguing. She was like, "You take off in that truck. I'm calling your PO." But I didn't know if it was because it was hers or if he wasn't supposed to be driving.
Yeah, that would make sense. But that's the only reason why you ride off into the night and like.
I didn't see where
he
he
thought he was doing something too.
Where he put his stuff though, because I know I saw him pack up his stuff. It ain't going on the ATV.
Now basically Lindsey says she feels worn down. And we learned, obviously she still has her charges pending, but her and Miley Grace are still living together, working on their relationship. And Blaine has moved out with a friend. Him and Kagan have moved out to live with one of his friends. So sounds like the end of Lindsey and Blaine.
So next up is my favorite, Justine and Michael.
And creepy granny.
You say wait, and creepy granny?
Mm-hmm.
Maria. She reminds me of a horror story.
Right.
All right. So Maria said that she brought the paternity test again, okay, because she still got her on her mind. But you know what? She decided to let it go. She said Justine is a good woman, okay, and she don't want no bad blood with her. So she threw the damn thing away. Go, Granny. Don't bring that back up. Don't let it rear its ugly head again, okay? She said Justine is good for her son. And she's never really even seen him in love like this before. Because I never knew love like
Now, I'm not gonna lie though, part of me felt like she did it and then just,
take it right back out of the trash. She did it for the cameras.
I feel like she would be so conniving to go buy more than one and then be like, get one and get it done.
You gotta just take it back
But
out.
like you said, I guess if she has to swap Michael, there's no way. So
he got to agree. He got to agree.
That's true. So to that point, then you're right. She was I'll get out grandma's ass. Okay. She did the right thing.
So then a few hours later, when Justine was, well rested, in a much better mood, playing with the baby, she wasn't in no pain no more for real. Michael wanted to have a conversation with her. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was gonna mention about the mama. I said, oh Lord, here we
Right.
go. Oh. But he didn't. I guess he felt like, I told my mom to get rid of it. That's done, okay? But he mentioned that his daughter and mother want to come stay with them in Vegas. She said she's super excited about the daughter coming. She would love for her to come. He said, yeah, I said my mama want to come too. My mama want to come.
Mama too. What about my mama?
Exactly. But you know what? She said that she completely understands. She's cool with it. She understands that the mom wants to spend time with him just as much as she does, and she doesn't want to be the wedge in between that. And he basically gives her flowers and tells her how, she's the reason that he is the man he is today.
He said, my whole life has changed.
What? Yes.
You came in.
Oh.
Back then, you
what?
That special one. That's what he was giving. I love
that's what he was giving. That is what he was giving. And she basically told him, look, I got you. I saw the potential when you didn't. Okay, I knew what it was. I knew what we could be. All right. Period. See, that's why I like them. I like them. But
go ahead.
So the update is Michael is considering a vasectomy and Justine is fully on board. So they got their little love child and they done. They got their own kids and they got their love child and they done. They don't want them out.
Right. Now, I will say I did appreciate when he was like talking about them coming and Mel could help. I could really appreciate Justine being like, no, I want Mel to be able to enjoy herself.
Yes, and be a kid.
Because she's been watching your kids for the last 6 or 7 years. And I was like, I'm glad you realized.
Justine is dope. I don't know why you don't like her.
It took a while. Sometimes.
I think you just didn't watch them from the beginning.
Some people can be slow learners.
I think you just didn't watch them from the beginning, girl. Because she always been like that.
I did not see that this season.
But that's what I'm saying. You didn't watch them from the beginning.
Oh, okay. So then we get into her favorite
child.
We get into Shavel.
I don't even like to hear their name.
And when I tell you Twitter was going off, they said, oh, Shavel thinks she doing something with this new wig, boy. She thought she was doing it.
Sometimes I feel like she does her hair in a way or does something. There's something.
I think it's her forehead. I think it's
no. For me, it's like, is it still considered a 5 o'clock shadow if it's a beard, like under the chin? Is that a 5 o'clock shadow, or is it only a mustache? You come on, listen.
Maybe it's a 6 o'clock.
I don't know what it's called, but I know I ain't the only one that's seen it. She shaves. She clearly shaves. But then up under here, she need to wax or something because clearly up under here, it's like real dark.
Oh, no.
And then I feel like she do stuff with her hair where it's way back here that you can really see it.
You terrible. I was just talking about the girl's wig. But anyway, so Shavel
they're all horrible.
They're meeting up with Maila's grandmother on the daddy side, Miss Sonia. Now, Miss Sonia, I was here for, okay? Aside from her making poor excuses for her terrible son.
Oh, yeah, I was not here for Miss Sonia.
But, she said that she talked to Miss Sonia about Quaylon, about Quaylon adopting Maila, and, she felt some type of way, so she wanted to come see her. And so then basically Miss Sonia arrives and Quaylon, the little girl, Maila, go off while she's on the playground. And, she lets her know that she gets emotional when she first sees her because she's just like, I've been trying to reach out, but, people don't be answering their phone. And, and so at that point, she just feel like, I'm going to stop trying. But what was so crazy, Miss Grandparent writes, I would have pulled that card if that's how you really felt. But I don't know. I guess,
I guess it's all Look.
Right. So then she talks about being worried about her granddaughter's well-being. Shavel tries to reassure her that, Quaylon has been there more than her son has for Maela. And Sonia says her daddy loves her and makes that her daddy loves her, okay? Loves her. So Shavel
Is
reminds
love enough?
right.
Oh, God, stop.
Um,
I said, when she could, what that mean?
So Chevelle reminds her he's not been acting like a father, okay? He can love her all he wants, but how has he been performing as a father, okay? Sonia brings up that she spent 2 weeks with him over the summer. Chevelle's rebuttal is why isn't her son there himself in that conversation that they're having? And then she tells Chevelle that that's her problem now, why she isn't going to find anything. Everything has to be her way. And then when Chevelle brings up the possibility of Quaylen adopting.
Yeah, my way is wanting your son to do for his daughter.
Right.
But I think that's Maela's way too. It just ain't your son's way.
So, and you know what? I it reminded me of someone because she kept saying we got her, and I was like, her daddy don't got her. That's clear. So basically, you speaking up for your son, and I guess she ends up saying that like it's more than just outside her dad, and that is. But at the end of the day, if your son is not showing any type of interest in having a relationship with his daughter,
And how does that look? I'm coming around. I'm Maela, and I'm coming around my dad's side of the family, hanging out with everybody else but my daddy. My daddy don't want to be around.
right? So, yeah, then, basically she brings up her, Quaylen wanting to adopt Maela. Miss Sonia says that won't happen. And then she said, she about to lose her mind up in here, up in here.
Yeah, turn that energy to your son. I was not here for Miss Sonia at all.
It got clearly. So, she says that she feels like what's the girl name? Chevelle is trying to remove her son from Maela's life and
He removed himself, boo.
and questions how well now unfortunately I hate to say it, she is the definition of what's the word I'm looking for,
Coddling
where you enabler, she's
or
enabler.
enabler.
So basically she questions how well Maela knows Kaylin. Chevelle's response is, she knows him through visits and, phone calls. I was like, that's probably wasn't the best response, Chevelle. But says, once he came home, they, grew closer. Sonia thinks the adoption thing is unnecessary and doesn't want her, relationship with her granddaughter to be severed completely. And she basically just asked Chevelle to make sure she's making the right choice for her daughter. Sonia tells Quaylen she wants to talk and then ask him how willing he is to work with her son being a father. Quaylen lets her know that he's reached out, he's tried to communicate with her.
He said, I've been trying to work with him.
Right, and he doesn't want to work on anything.
Didn't get no response.
And he said basically he never asked Maela to call him dad. She just did. And so, and basically says, I think that your son should be doing more. And so
She needs a
Sonia,
real father, and that's what I've been maintaining to be.
so then Sonia decides to leave, call her Uber at that point because she can't, defend it. At that point, I think she couldn't, defend it anymore. So then, she said no matter what, she has grandparent rights. And then we learned that Chevelle and Quaylen paused
Check your
the
state, boo, because that ain't everywhere.
right. But we learned that, they paused the adoption and they are still wedding planning. But if I'm not mistaken, I feel like I sent Nellz some stuff and I feel like I was supposed to read this to y'all. Boom. Look, shout out to Starcasm. So yeah, this is as of December 1st, 2023. And apparently he was arrested at a Motel 6 in Louisville, Texas on November 16th. He was charged with possession of the marijuana between 2 to 4 ounces and possession of more than 4 grams of MDMA, aka Molly. All
Was he
right.
on probation? You know?
I'm pretty sure. I'm almost sure. According to Texas statutes, the Juana possession charge is a misdemeanor. However, possession of the controlled substance from yada is a second-degree felony, punishable between 2 years to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Quaylen posted his $75,000 bail and was later released. And they said that they feel like Shavel jinxed him because she had actually posted a happy birthday post to him, saying like, oh, you know, love you, da da da, and saying it's been so awesome. You've been out of jail and da da da. You're not back in these streets. And then he went to jail that same night.
Wasn't there something about him cheating too?
Yes. And then he was also, I think, found in a hotel room with a woman that obviously was not, yeah, in a room with a woman who was not Shavel at the time he was arrested. So yeah, good thing she pumped the brakes on that adoption. Y'all know how I feel. Don't be playing with your kids. All right. Now, thank you guys for completing another season of life and the, you know, all the lockup. We appreciate y'all. And if you haven't already, please, please, please make sure you hit that like button.
Make sure you comment.
Make sure you subscribe.
And hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. And we will catch y'all. Oh, it's over, y'all. It's over. But no, I think we actually will come back to you. We'll see. We're going to try it out. We'll watch episode 1. We are thinking about coming back to WeTV for the bad and the bougie, but we'll see. We'll feel it out, see how we feel about it. And if y'all drop down in the comments and, you know, give us some motivation to come do it, we might do that for you. But anyway, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Thank you. And we will catch you on the next, I guess, round of, I guess it will be love during lockup at that point.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, enjoy. Good night. We love y'all and thank you for your support. Bye-bye.